welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your week ahead reading. This week we are reading from the 10th of March, which is Tuesday the 10th of March, through to Monday the 17th of March, okay? Sometimes I can't get the readings out on the weekend. This weekend I took the weekend off. I'd been really busy with readings last week, so I decided to take the weekend off this weekend instead of recording, and then sort of recording it Sunday afternoon now when I'm recording this, the 8th of the 3rd. So I just thought, you know what, because I like to edit the videos and get them looking really good, we'll do it from the 10th. Alright, so it's your week ahead reading from the 10th of March, which is Tuesday through to Monday the 17th of March. For the reading this week, guys, we are using the Tarot Grand Luxe for your general reading this week. We are then going to use for your love and your career reading my trimmed version of the Everyday Enchantment Tarot, and any spiritual advice we are looking at the Oracle of the Fairies or the Psychic Tarot of the Heart, or potentially both. Alright guys, sit back, relax and enjoy. Scorpio, so we're going to have a look at your general reading for the week, then we're going to have a look at your work and your career. Okay, Scorps, pardon me if I drink my coffee while I'm doing this reading, my darlings. I've just made one. Let's have a look. So this week, Five of Coins. So Five of Coins is, the week starts off it's about money difficulties. Five of Coins is often, it depends. Five of Coins can mean several things. It can mean illness. Sometimes it's severe, sometimes not. Physical illness, because pentacles are physical. Or it can mean financial hardship is the Five of Coins, financial difficulties. Ace of Wands energy showing here. Okay, so I feel that you've got some financial difficulties coming at the start of the week with that Ace of Wands energy showing here. And it feels to me with the Five of Swords energy, it could be something to do with competition or problems, or it feels like because the Five of Swords, I'll be honest with you, Five of Swords is not a great card, Scorpio. So the Five of Swords is one of those cards that talks about, doubt. It's a card about people holding you to ransom. It can be abuse with the Five of Swords energy showing here. It can be jealousy with the Five of Swords energy showing here. I'm not sure that, I mean, there could be some anger here as well, because we've got it aspected by that Five of Swords. So it may be that we've got some anger and, arguments and conflicts surrounding money as well with the Five of Coins energy. Problems with money and maybe some anger, and with the Five of Swords energy showing their arguments, conflicts surrounding financial difficulties or finances or lost financials or lack of finances. Let's have a look at the next. Yeah, it looks like it's concerning a King of Swords. Now, this could be somebody legal, or this could be somebody that you just know. But whenever I see Wands and Swords, to me it's not great, because it kind of exacerbates air exacerbates fire. So even though air and fire are meant to complement each other, Scorpio, often air and fire can actually be their own worst enemies, because air kind of pushes the fire aspect. So I'm just getting some anger here and some challenges, perhaps some arguments. It looks like it's involving a person concerning money. This might be money that you're owed. It might be money that you're waiting for, but it may be some pretty harsh words as well, because we've got vocal stuff coming in. Communication is the sword energy, and when you get the Five of Swords, it can be pretty kind of nasty communication coming in as well, sniping and poking, prodding, verbal prodding and poking, and just nasty words and stuff. I think there's some anger with that Ace of Wands concerning money showing here, lack of money, problems with money showing up here, but I do feel that it's going to be resolved with that Star. So even though I am seeing maybe some arguments concerning money this week, concerning that individual there, as I said, it could be somebody legal, it could be from someone from the tax office, it could be your partner, it could be your brother, it could be your uncle, your dad, whoever it is. And also it's interesting though, because if you look at the King of Swords, he's got the owl. Is it an owl? I think it's an owl. No, it's not an owl. Sorry, it's an eagle. I don't really know what the eagle stands for. But the King of Swords is somebody who's very wise as well. However, the King of Swords can also be quite cutting when it comes to being... But he's doing it in the best interest of the individual. He's not doing it to be cruel. Only when he's reversed, I often find him to be a cruel type. But they're both Aquarius energies as well, notice that. And actually, 5, 6, 7. So that's all Aquarius energy showing here. That's interesting, that is actually. You've got 3 cards in a line ruling Aquarius. And Aquarius rules freedom and release. Freedom and release from problems. Ace of Wands energy, fresh start. So can we look at that in that way? Because I'm just focusing on the Aquarius energy of the 5, the King and the Star, all Aquarius. I think for some of you guys, there could be an argument concerning money. I think there could be some anger and argument with this individual here concerning money, but I do see freedom from that in healing. And for some of you guys, we've got a fresh start. Though you might have been suffering some financial difficulties, the Ace of Wands could be a fresh start. It might be with the 5 of Swords energy. I mean, who knows who the 3rd swordsman is? Do we know who this person is? Is he the one that is kind of asserting himself? Because this is all about asserting yourself. Do you see what I mean? When you get the 5 of Swords, it's all about asserting yourself. So this could be putting yourself back in a position of power with that King of Swords energy and healing. So it may be for some of you guys that though there are money problems, here we have that Ace of Wands. There's a fresh start. We are coming into spring now. So there's a fresh start here in which you're asserting yourself with these 2 cards and with the Star energy healing. So either way you want to read that, I do feel that there's healing over this financial aspect here of the 5 of Coins energy. Okay, there is a need for strength and patience. And there is a need to accept and surrender as well. The 10 of Swords means to surrender, and the Strength card means to have faith and patience. So there's going to be a need for strength and patience, and the need to just accept with that 10 of Swords energy, 9 of Swords energy here, that things are probably not going to be exactly as you want. All right, and that you are going to worry over money, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but there is a need to accept this. Let's have a look at the next one here. You've got a lot of swords in that reading. You've got a lot of swords. Got a lot of swords in this reading. That's incredible. We've got 5 swords. So I do think that there is a little bit of worry here, to be honest with you, going on. The 6 of Coins energy showing here. So there's limitations. The 6 of Coins is receiving money. 8 of Swords. What an interesting general reading for the week. What an interesting one. Let's break this down then. We've got a week that talks about the 5 of Coins. The 5 of Coins is financial deprivation, financial hardship here. The Ace of Wands. For me with swords, this can be somebody who's very angry. So there could be some anger coming in here. Some real anger showing up with that Ace of Wands energy. It may be against with the 5 of Swords energy. Maybe there is a lack of power here, because this is lack of powerlessness as well. A lack of power against the powers that be, because it's the 5 of Swords energy showing here. But there may be some arguments here, anger and conflict showing up here with a King of Swords. I do feel that this will be healed in time though. So financial problems, I think, with that 5 of Coins. I feel with the Ace of Wands energy, with those sword cards there, I would probably think that this was something to do with some anger happening with the Ace of Wands energy. It feels like there's anger and conflict here with another individual. It feels like it's with that, or there's anger against this person here. Because that 5 of Swords energy and that King can be somebody who's pretty nasty as well. Maybe somebody who's pretty condescending as well. So there could be some anger. Maybe somebody's being pretty condescending showing here, with that sword and the King of Swords energy showing there, the 5 of Swords and the King of Swords. But I am seeing anger and conflicts with this individual here. But I do feel that this will be released. It's going to be healed at some point. And we do have a lot of energy showing Aquarius energy, which shows release from bondage. Okay, so we've got the bondage cards of the 10 and the 8. So we've got the Aquarius cards, 5 of Swords, King of Swords and the Star against the 10 of Swords and the 8 of Swords showing here. Alright, so I actually feel that there's going to be release from the bondage that you feel. Alright, showing here. Either way you want to read that. Money problems, anger, conflict with an individual here, healing. But I do feel before this happens, you're going to need to have some patience with that Strength card. And you're going to need to accept, showing here. Alright, some of you guys may be at the mercy of someone here, because the 9 of Swords and the 8 of Swords being the powerless cards, that is not so much a powerless card, the 9 of Swords. The 9 of Swords shows somebody whose mental state is pretty weak, somebody who's very worried and they tend to think quite negatively, and the same as that 8 of Swords as well. This person is plagued with negative thoughts, showing here. Okay, but it may be this that's stopping you from receiving what you need and what you want. Because can you see, you've got the 6 of Coins showing up here. And the 6 of Coins, Well, it's all about receiving, giving and receiving. But this person here is not open to receiving this. Okay, it means that you kind of block your opportunity to receive because you've got that Eight of Swords there. Can you see how the hand is cupped? The hand is cupped, the eyes are closed, the eyes are covered, the hands are bound. It's almost like this person is not ready to receive. It's almost like you're not ready to receive. Okay? It's almost like it's saying, look, you need to have patience with the strength energy and accept that if you continue worrying, you're not going to receive anything here. So, you know, this is an improvement on this. So this is an improvement on these finances of that 5. I think in a way, Scorpio, the general reading is really saying, look, you do have some money issues around you. And I think that there may be some anger here with that Ace of Wands energy. There's anger. Some of you guys feel that you're being put down as well. Can you see how he's putting someone down with the sword? But it's really communication. So some of you guys, it might be that there's a bit of anger here concerning your financial situation showing up. But it may not even, I think it may be financial because of this energy here, these 2 cards. It makes me think it's financial. So it may be that there's a bit of anger concerning finances this week. And some of you guys may be also angry because you feel that you're being put down with the 5 of Swords energy by a King of Swords. Okay? And I feel that with the Star energy, though, I do feel that in time that this will heal. I do feel that you need to have patience though, but I also feel that you guys need to accept that your constant worrying with that 9 of Swords energy means that you're not going to open yourself up to the, to receiving, because this is like the Eight of Swords is not open to receiving with that 6. So this constant kind of, you have to accept that if you're going to continuously worry with that 5 of Swords energy, and especially about, I don't know whether it's, because it's interesting, isn't it? This could be anything. This could literally be anything. It really could. It really could. Because all I'm thinking with that 5 of Swords, Scorpio, is that you're being put down by a king. Somebody in I don't know whether they're in a higher position than you, but it's almost like you can't seem to get yourself back on track because of who this person is. But it's almost like you're doing it to yourself, Scorpio. That's how it feels. It feels like you allow somebody's voice or what somebody says to you to make you feel that you're not worthy of receiving, because this energy here, the 8 of Swords, it's all about your mental thoughts. And if you look at her hands are bound, so how can she receive what's in that 6? She can't receive it. So it almost feels to me on this reading, Scorpio, that the universe is trying to say to you, look, you've got this financial situation going on, the 5 of Coins, or you've got some problem with that 5 of Coins going on, whether it's financial or not. There's a problem going on with that 5 of Coins for Scorpio. And I do feel that there is anger here because some of you guys are feeling put down with the 5 of Swords energy by this king. But I feel that the universe is saying, look, we can heal this. This can be remedied with the Star energy. But you've got to be patient with that strength. And more than anything as well. And also I think with the Strength card here, when the Strength card shows up, it shows a resistance as well. So it shows needing to control something as well, showing here. And there may be a need with the Strength and the Ace of Wands, maybe to control your temper or to control your anger on this. Because some of you guys are feeling put down by a king, by somebody who's higher than, I don't know whether they're higher, they're probably not higher, but for some reason you seem to have them in this position that they are higher than you, Scorpio. Because you lack something. There's something here, and even if this wasn't money, there's something here that you don't have. And in the not having of it, there's an anger here with this Ace of Wands energy. And some of you guys are feeling, the anger comes from, I think, feeling put down by this king here. But the universe says, Scorpio, we can remedy this. But you, first of all, maybe you need to learn how to control that anger. All right? Because it may be that you're not directly angry at whoever this person is, Scorpio, but maybe there's some anger at yourself. And maybe what you need to do is just accept that the more that you worry with the 9 of Swords energy, maybe about what other people say to you, because you are lacking something within that 5, the more that you are closed off to receiving what you need, because you are closed off to receiving what you need here. All right? So it feels like the reading is saying this week that you've got to open yourself up and allow yourself to receive, because some of you guys are not allowing yourself to receive because you're so concerned by what somebody else is saying or what somebody else is doing. So regardless of what it is that you're feeling is lacking, whether that's money or anything else, Scorpio, all right, you need to control your anger concerning whatever it is that you feel that you're lacking here. because you seem to be concentrating and worrying an awful lot on somebody who seems to be putting you down. All right? Somebody who seems to be putting you down. And some of you guys are feeling with the star, that can be overcome, but some of you guys are feeling not only kind of really upset with that Nine of Swords about what somebody's saying to you, but also you're feeling very vulnerable with the star card. And the universe is saying, well, look, you need to accept here. And also, there is a need for Scorpio, I think, this week as well, just to accept with that Ten of Swords that this person is who they are, okay? And you need to focus on being the star. You need to focus on just letting it go, because the star also, look at the water falling from the jugs. She's just letting the emotion go. Now, the emotion in those cups is really what's been building up in that Ace of Wands, because Ace of Wands isn't just about fresh starts, it's also about anger. All right, about anger. So all the anger, where does anger come from? Anger is tied up with our emotions, and emotions we can read into the star because it's the water that's being let go. So the universe could also be saying to you, look, you feel that you're lacking something here, Scorpio. All right, and you're feeling angry about it because maybe somebody's putting you down here. Maybe there is somebody who's not allowing you to reach your full potential here, Scorpio. All right, but you really need to work on controlling that anger. All right, and accept that this person, yes, whilst they put you down, you need to focus on letting go of the anger here. Because the more that you feed into the anger with this Nine of Swords energy, the more that you block receiving what you should be receiving coming in. So I think it's a week, and I know that I probably read into it probably a little bit too deeply, but I think that it's a weak, Scorpio, for not focusing on what you don't have, which is in that Five of Coins energy, but focusing on what you do have, which is in the Six of Coins. Because stuff is coming to you, but you cannot see that with the Eight of Swords, because the Eight of Swords cannot see. Okay, you cannot see that you've already got stuff. You cannot see what is coming to you. You can't see it because you're so focused on these energies here. Those three cards. You're so focused with the Nine of Swords. Look how she's looking up. Can you see where she's looking? Look, she's looking directly up at the Five of Swords. See, the Five of Swords is upsetting her. That's you there, Scorpio. You're upset by the Five of Swords. You're upset because you think this person's really putting you down. And it is a put down with this Five of Swords. Can you see how he's got his sword? He's kind of like this, like holding somebody down with words. So you're upset by somebody who's been putting you down, Scorpio, in those cards there. But the universe says, look, there's nothing you can do to change who that person is, so just accept it. Control your anger, release it with the star, and accept that this person is the way that they are. The more that you focus with that Nine of Swords on the put down of the Five of Swords and the King of Swords, the more that you block receiving from coming in. All right, so focus on what you want to receive rather than the lack of it and who you think is stopping you from receiving it. All right, my darlings, bear with me. We're going to come back and do your career reading. Okay, Scorpio, so let's have a look at work. Queen of Wands could be a person. But also the Queen of Wands is somebody who is very inspired and action orientated. Queen of Wands energy. She's got a can-do attitude. She's a very busy lady. Right, there's two people around you, I believe, at work this week, Scorpio. A King of Swords. And it's funny because we have the King of Swords in your last reading using a different deck. So maybe this is somebody who's very prominent. Got two people, a Queen of Wands and a King of Swords around you this week. Oh, you've got three people here showing up. A Queen and two Kings showing here. There could also be some very important meetings coming up with those two Kings in the reading showing up. But I've got some very important people around you this week in work, Scorpio, showing up. Some of you guys are turning your back on them for some reason. That's you there, the Eight of Cups, turning your back on those three Kings. Those one Queen, two Kings. These three people here, for some reason, you're turning your back on them this week, Scorpio. Okay, you're focusing more on having strength. You're focusing on your strength with but it's funny because the Eight of Cups is not focusing on strength. We've got two eights here. Eights mean advancement. Eights mean movement. Eights mean to overcome obstacles, and eights mean to master something. We've got you turning your back on the three people here. You're not focusing on you're focusing on a new path, maybe one that brings a sense of strength with it. I think that you're facing challenges with these three people here. That's what I think's gone on, Scorpio. I think some of you guys have faced challenges with these three people. Let's have a look at the next one here. I think that you're looking to be free. You want to be free of the challenges with the Fool. So Scorpio, this week, I see you wanting to be free of... It's either that you've got challenges just in general. These might be your bosses or your colleagues, Scorpio, and you've just got general challenges, and we've got you guys facing away from these three people here. You want to be free of these challenges. You want to feel strong again and good about who you are with the Strength energy. The Seven of Swords energy. Now, we've got two Aquarius cards here, but I think that you need to be careful how you do it with the Seven of Swords. I think you're going to need to be very careful how you do it. You're going to have to do some... And it's a really funny thing, but on this Seven of Swords, what I love about this Seven of Swords is that he's been found out. He's stolen what he wants. He's stolen what he needs. But this guy here he's being caught out. He obviously has, because can you see him being caught out? But he's making up an excuse for what he's doing. So you're going to have to be really clever, and you're going to have to be really quite strategical amongst these people here. Because I do see you facing challenges. You're wanting to be free of those challenges that you are facing with those three people here. You haven't got any time for it. You want a new path. You're focused on a new path, a path that brings strength. But I feel that you're going to have to be very careful about how you go and do this, Scorpio, with that Seven of Wands energy. And I also feel with the two sevens in the reading, there is now a time to make a few very important choices as well. Okay, and those choices are surrounding the Fool. So you need to make some choices about what path you're going to go on to next. Let's have a look at the next one here. I do see some discontentment here with the Four of Cups energy showing up. Concerning an offer, Knight of Cups energy. Sorry guys, it's not a great reading, is it? Let's have a look at for work then. What I'm seeing here this week, Scorpio, is for work that some of you guys are, this doesn't even have to be an offer, it's what you're being given with the Knight of Cups as well. Because Knight of Cups isn't just an offer, it's something that is given to you as well. And I'm seeing some discontentment with what you're being given here, or what you're being offered. It could also be money as well, because he's only got a little bit of money in there. So it could be that you're unhappy with what you're being given in the workplace, or you're unhappy. I don't think it's with, or this may not be you. This may be them. It may be one of them that's not happy that you're kind of pursuing an offer, for example. Because this could be you with the guitar, and maybe you're kind of putting yourself out there as to attract in new people, attracting a new job. Because remember, he's trying to serenade this woman here in order to get money. That's why he's doing it. So what's to say that this isn't you? You're the Knight of Cups, and you're trying to serenade people for a new job. Maybe you have to be careful, because these people, maybe their bosses wouldn't like it with the Four of Cups energy if you actually went for a new job. If you started touting yourself out and saying, look, I'm here, this is what my skill set is, that type of thing for a new job. So I'm going to read it like that. It would make more sense to do that. Let's do this reading again. This week, I think, Scorpio, is a week where you guys are very much focusing on a new path. Now, you see all these dirty dishes behind you. Well, behind those dirty dishes are these three people here. I get the impression you don't like these three people here. There could be two or three people, but I get the impression it's a woman and maybe a couple of guys. Okay, and I'm getting the impression that you're focusing this week on building your strength back up, but the strength comes with and being strong enough to follow a new path. So this is being strong enough, and this is the Eight of Cups, it's following a new path. So this week is a week for being strong enough to follow a new path here with the Eight of Cups energy. Now, the Eight of Cups also ruled by Pisces. And I think that the planet that rules this particular card, Eight of Cups, is Saturn. But the good thing with Saturn in the Pisces is that it wants you to let go of the boundaries. So the Eight of Cups actually represents to let go of boundaries. And you guys, Scorpios, are focusing on having enough strength to release the boundaries that you have been in for quite a while. Now, those boundaries are concerning three people here. They could be bosses, they could be colleagues, but these are people that you may have been focusing on. You might have been having a lot of struggles and a lot of challenges concerning these three people here. And I think for Scorpio, you guys now, this week, it's focusing on getting the strength up just to follow your heart, to follow a new path, to release the boundaries that you've found with these people here. But also the focus this week, Scorpio, for you guys is on freeing yourself, not just from the challenges that you've faced here, but also the boundaries that have been imposed on you here within that Eight of Cups. And I'm going to ask what the boundaries boundaries are that these people have imposed on you. What are the boundaries? We're going to use the mini Bohemian Gothic Tarot. What are the boundaries that these people have imposed on Scorpio? What are the boundaries that these people have imposed on Scorpio in 2 cards? Let's have a look. Is that, yeah, that's the way, the right way. It's the Page of Swords in the reverse. So gossip. Gossip. And the Queen of, there she is again. These people, I think, have been gossiping about you. I think it's this woman. I think it's this person here. So the boundaries that they've been putting on you is gossip. Because the Page of Swords is gossip. Alright, so this, what you've been feeling kind of really trapped by is their words and what they've been saying about you behind your back. Okay, I don't know whether this person has a temper. This Queen of Wands with the Tower, she looks like she may have a temper. Because the Tower can be somebody who's got a temper. Somebody who's very angry. Maybe there's a very angry individual around you who's been gossiping. She shows up again, so it's definitely this person here. Okay. And also the Tower for me represents kind of the domino effect. When one part falls apart, the other parts do as well. It almost represents like this domino effect, something spreading. So it's almost like this person has been, and the Page of Swords reversed is lies. So it almost feels like this Queen of Wands is spreading with the Tower lies. So the boundaries that this person's been putting on you, they've not only been gossiping about you, they've probably been spreading a whole heap of shit as well. And you guys are now focusing on releasing the boundaries of all of that with these 3 people here. Because you're focusing on getting your strength back. Having the strength to follow a new path here. Because you want to remove yourself from the boundaries of all of this gossip that this person's probably been spreading about you. Also, it could be somebody who's got a pretty vicious temper as well. And somebody who can be very, very rude and very nasty with the Page of Swords in the reverse. So this week, Scorpio, for work, you know, your focus is on freeing yourself, the Aquarius Fool, from that 7 of Wands energy showing there. The challenges that you've been facing with these people. They've probably been gossiping about you and all sorts, I'm afraid. With the Page of Swords reverse being that it's 3 of them. Alright? The focus as well with the 7 of Swords is on escaping the unhappiness that you feel. Alright? And also, the Knight of Cups, Pisces, can be a pretty kind of, I always feel that because it's ruled by Pisces. Pisces is ruling, one of the ruling planets for Pisces is Neptune. Neptune, the planet of illusion and dreams. So when you get the Knight of Cups, this can be an illusion as well, or a dreamer, or a fantasist, or somebody who's seducing you, but this can be fickle. So some of you guys, it's also a case of this week focusing on freeing yourself from the challenges that you face with these 3 people here, because this person here, especially this person here, this Queen of Wands, I'm seeing this person gossiping. These are the boundaries that you find you beat yourself being in Scorpio. The fact that somebody's been really gossiping. Page of Swords reversed. Bitching, Page of Swords reversed. Looks like this person's been spreading stuff with that Tower. Very angry, spreading stuff even. And some of you guys say, you know what? I really need to release myself this week from the challenges that I'm facing concerning these people. I want to escape the feeling of being unhappy here because I know that they're just bullshitters. The Knight of Cups can be a bullshitter even in the upright because he's fickle. Some of you guys, though, also, the focus is on escaping that 7 of Wands, the challenges that you face with these people. But there is a need to be very careful with that 7 of Swords energy because they probably won't be happy if they see that you're going out touting for a different job with that Knight of Cups. Very interesting reading. Let's have a quick look at what the Angels of Abundance card is. So, let's have a look. What is the advice, please? What is the advice for work? Just in general, work this week for Scorpio. Let go of guilt is the advice. So when you allow your light to shine brightly, you inspire others. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done and trust that God loves you unconditionally for who you are. Learn and grow from past mistakes instead of berating yourself for them. Fantastic. All right then, Scorpio, I'm going to come back with your love reading. Bear with me. Okay, for love, Scorpio, let's have a look. 10 of Cups, for me, the 10 of Cups is about happiness and joy and contentment within a relationship. Yeah, I think that some of you guys are feeling very personally secure within your relationship. And for me, the 10 of Cups, it's not just a ending of a cycle card. It is literally about just being really satisfied, and the Nine of Coins speaks about personal satisfaction. So I'm seeing some of you guys really being very personally satisfied within your relationship, just really personally on an individual level, just being personally and individually comfortable within a relationship with that 9 and that 10 of Cups energy showing here. Again, what is it with this King of Swords that keeps showing up? This will be the person that you're with, the King of Swords energy showing here. Oh, there's 2 kings here, but there are 2 kings. So even though you're personally comfortable in your relationship, I am seeing a couple of people around you, a King of Swords and a King of Cups energy showing here. And I feel that with both of them, you feel good with both of them. I think that you feel very comfortable and very happy with both of them, with the 6 of Wands energy showing there. The Moon, I do feel that there are worries, there are fears maybe with this Moon energy showing up here. 6 of Coins energy about which one you're actually going to end up giving to, because the 6 of Coins can also be a choice between, do I give to this person or do I give to that person? All right, so this can in and of itself be a choice card. So I do feel for some of you Scorpios, there are some worries and fears. Who am I going to give to? Do I give to one over the other? It's all of that type of thing. You got a choice between 2 people. Who do I give the most to? The 10 of Coins energy showing here. So we've got 2 10s. To me, there's a new change. 2 10s in a reading means the ending of a cycle. So I actually see a change coming in this situation. You're really at that point now where you know there's got to be some change with those 2 10s. You've got to make a decision. Some of you guys have reached that point where you're like, actually, even though I'm feeling all of this, I know that I've got to make an absolute decision. Let's have a look at the next one showing here. Oh, right, the 5 of Coins energy. So this is a feeling like an outcast from the family. 10 of Coins energy, or from a group, or from someone's family. 5 of Coins and that 10 of Coins energy. Oh, right, feeling sad. Outcasted, sad. Okay, 10 of Coins. I think that some of you guys may be feeling sad at having to leave maybe your main relationship. I get the impression, because you know what I'm getting from here? We've got 2 5s in the reading, which mean change. A difficult situation before the change occurs. So we know that this is going to be before it gets better, it's going to get difficult. So it's going to be difficult before it gets better with those 2 5s. But we do see changes on the horizon. Well, you're right there now. You're going to have to make a decision now. It's now or never for some of you Scorpios. All right. It is really now or never, because what we've got here is I think that you guys, some of you guys, if it resonates with you, you are feeling personally very secure within a relationship here. I think it's with this person here, this King of Swords. Could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, doesn't have to be, but I see you being personally secure within a relationship with this person. But I also feel that you feel very good with another individual too, which could be like yourself, a Scorpio, or a Pisces, or a Cancer, but doesn't have to be again. So it can be completely 2 different, you know, zodiac signs other than what I've mentioned. But I am seeing you feeling personally very secure and happy with this person here. But you also know that there's somebody here who you feel really good about as well. Your fears are, who is it that I should give to? But I feel that also the fear is, the fear is that leaving, that you may end up, and I'm going to use the word regret with that 5 of Cups. I think the fear is also that not just having to choose which person you give to, but if you should outcast yourself, so leave behind the security with that 10 of Coins energy of the relationship that you feel good within right now, you're kind of saying, well, if I do that, will I end up regretting it with the 5 of Cups? I think there is a fear that you'll end up making the wrong choice. Okay, we're going to do this reading again if it resonates with you. So for love, I see some of you guys feeling really good about a relationship that you're in. You're probably married or something. It's with this person here. All right, the King of Swords. But some of you guys at the same time also feel really good with another individual. You are really quite nervous with the Moon energy showing here about who it is in the end you should end up giving to. Who should you give more of your time to? Some of you guys also may be secretly seeing both of these people. I mean, it depends. This could be someone that you really like in the workplace. You've got a great relationship at home. You see, you know, someone in the workplace worried about who is it so that I should kind of, you know, give most of my time to, or show most of my interest to, because you've got these people. Can you see the 6 of Cups, 6 of Coins? They've all got a cap in hand. They all want something from you. So you've got these people. These are admirers. So these 2 men or women deeply admire you, Scorpio. And some of you guys, you may have been secretly seeing both, secretly seeing both of them. For some of you guys, it's a worry about, well, which one should I give my time to? Should I stay maybe within my marriage, my long-term marriage, my long-term relationship? Or should I kind of leave and go with this other person here? because this king is outside of your marriage or outside. Five of Coins and another individual in a love reading can mean this person is outside of the relationship. So you're not actually in a proper, it's a third party combination. When you get a court card and a Five of Coins and it's a love reading, that's a cheating combination, because it means that this person is outside of your actual relationship. So we can see that at the basis of the King of Cups is this Five of Coins energy showing here. And at the basis of the King of Swords is the Ten of Coins. So this is the person you're probably either in a long-term relationship with, Scorpio, or you could be married to them. All right, and you're really personally quite comfortable with this individual showing here. But with the outsider of the King of Cups, you say, well, I also feel good about this person too. I'm really nervous about which one I should give to. All right, which one should I give to? Because if I leave Five of Coins energy, so if I outcast myself from my marriage or my long-term relationship, will I end up regretting it? Very interesting reading. Let's have a look at, first of all, I'm going to ask what you should do. I'm going to get 3 cards from the miniature Bohemian Gothic Bohemian Tarot. What is it that Scorpio should do in this situation? What should Scorpio do in 3 cards? Right, I think that it's telling you to cut someone out. Queen of Swords energy showing here. Oh, there's the King of Wands now. Well, you need to cut this King of Wands out, which I think is representative of that King of Cups energy showing there. Yeah, walk away. Look, the Eight of Cups. You need to cut out the King of Wands and walk away. Now, that King of Wands, I think, is ruled by that King of Cups. I think they're the same person. For some reason, it's calling it the King of Wands. All right, but probably it's because of the way that this person is. They may come across as being loving and sweet and nice, and you really get on with them and you've really got this emotional connection. But at the same time, Scorpio, they may be coming up as a King of Wands as well, because they're too damn difficult to resist. They may be very sexually appealing, very good looking, that type of thing. So it says that you need to cut away Queen of Swords from the King of Wands, walk away, Eight of Cups. You've got to leave this person. It's telling you to leave this person. All right, it's telling you to focus on your marriage and leave this person here. It's telling you to do that. Let's have a quick look at what the advice is for the week. We're going to use the Psychic Tarot of the Heart Oracle deck. What is it? What is the advice for love for Scorpio in 2 cards? What advice do you have for Scorpio in 2 cards? It says you've got to listen. So that's the High Priestess. You've got to listen to your intuition, Scorpio, and let the healing begin. All right, you've got to, and I think this is the healing. So this is number 6. It may be the 6 of Swords. This is, I think this is the 6 of Swords. I think the blues are, this is like a bluey colour. I think the blues are ruled by the swords. So you've got to listen to your intuition and let the healing begin, because it may be that what's happening in this reading, if we looked a bit deeper, Scorpio, that some of you guys may have got an attachment to another individual here, this King of Cups. You feel really good about this King of Cups. You think that you could probably go somewhere with this King of Cups energy. But the thing is, I don't necessarily think it's anything to do with the relationship that you're in exactly. I think it's something to do with you. And the reason that I say that is because you feel personally comfortable. And I would not say that you feel on your own. I mean, it could be. It could be. And actually, I'm going to clarify this 9 of Swords, this 9 of Coins. Because this can be somebody who feels personally very comfortable within a relationship. Or they may feel on their own within a relationship. But I would have expected probably to see the Hermit sitting there instead. But we're going to clarify and ask what it means by that 9 of Coins. What do you mean by the 9 of Coins in 2 cards? What do you mean by the 9 of Coins in 2 cards? Right, that one wants to come out. Oops, we won't. I don't know what that is yet. We'll get another one. What do you mean? Give me one more card with that, please. Right. Yes, this way. So the 9 of Cups. So that's happiness. That's satisfaction. The King of Swords, there he is. So it means the King of Swords is satisfied. I don't think it's satisfaction with the King of Swords, because I think it would have come up here like this. Or is it with the King of Swords there is satisfaction? Because see, the King of Swords is here and it's saying the same person here. So it's saying, but then I would have imagined that if you felt isolated with the 9 of Coins or on your own with the 9 of Coins energy, it would have shown me something else. It would have said, you know, if I was looking for isolation, it would have given me a Hermit or a 5 of Cups or somebody that feels really unhappy. But it doesn't show that. It's saying it means the King of Swords there is satisfaction? Or is the King of Swords satisfied? Okay. Is Scorpio happy in this relationship that they've already got with this King of Swords? In 2 cards, is Scorpio happy within this relationship that they've got with this person, with the King of Swords, in 2 cards? The 2 of Swords, probably not then. Emotionally wise, I would say not. Okay, Knight of Wands energy. I think emotionally wise, you're not happy with maybe the way that the relationship has progressed, because Knights mean to progress, move. So you're not happy, I think, emotionally wise, you're not happy with the way that this relationship has been moving, with the Knight of Wands energy showing there. So actually, I'm going to turn this around. Sorry, guys. I'm going to turn it around and say with that 9 of Coins, you probably do feel on your own. Okay, maybe you're not happy because the partner travels with the Knight of Wands energy showing there. Okay, progress is the Knight of Wands energy showing here. I don't think you're happy with the progress of the relationship, the movement. Maybe the partner travels or something like that. So I think it's what it's saying here as well. It's saying, I said, well, what do you mean by the 9 of Coins then? And it says, well, we mean that the King of Swords is satisfied. Okay, the King of Swords is getting his kicks, but maybe Scorpio is not. So we could probably turn that around and say, well, therefore, it must be that Scorpio feels, you know, it feels like you guys have everything that you want on a material level within a relationship with the 9 of Coins, except for the love, because that 2 of Swords is no emotion, no love. All right. It means that emotionally wise, you're not. So emotionally wise, there's no emotion. So emotionally wise, the emotions are blocked. I asked if you were happy, and he says no. 2 of Swords would be a no. No, you're not. You're not happy probably with the progress, with the movement, with the advancement of the relationship, how it's advancing, how it's moving. All right, with this King of Swords energy showing it. Why would Scorpio not be happy with this person, with the way that things are advancing with this person in 2 cards? Because the 7 of Wands, it feels like you don't have a voice. It feels like you're always having to give in to this person with the 7 of Wands energy, and it's making you unhappy with the 5 of Cups. I think that you're always having to do what this person wants. The 7 of Wands in the reverse means to have to give in. You know, it means that you don't. 7 of Wands in the upright means to stand your ground. It means to have the higher ground. Okay. In the reverse, it means to have to give up. It means you're on the lower ground. It means that you're being completely consumed by the mob. So you're having to adhere to what other people want rather than yourself. So I just feel that you're not happy because you're having to give in to this partner, and it's making you, with the 5 of Cups energy, very unhappy with that 5 of Cups energy showing there. Okay. So, I mean, this person maybe not be telling. I mean, you've got a King reversed. I'm not saying that the partner's gay. There may be, though. You've got a King reversed. So it may be that somebody is not telling you the truth. 4 of Coins and that Ace of Swords. Somebody is holding on to information here concerning the 6 of Wands energy. So 6 of Wands can be pursuing other people. Their pursuit of the King of Pentacles reverse. It might be another man. It might be another woman just showing reverse as the King. But I actually feel that somebody's not telling you the truth. I think you're not happy in the way that the relationship's progressed. It feels like you're having to, with this 7 of Wands in the reverse, give in with the 7 of Wands in the reverse to your partner's, to what your partner wants. It feels like with that 5 of Cups, it's making you feel unhappy about that, because this person seems to be holding on to information of that they've been pursuing probably somebody. This is King of Pentacles reverse, so this could be if it's a male that you're with. If you're a woman and it's a heterosexual relationship, Scorpio, it might be that the partner's gay or bisexual and they're not telling you stuff. And it may be, I'm getting the impression here, or it's just another woman, whatever it is. And it's, you know, or if you're a male and you're heterosexual, maybe your woman is seeing a King of Coins reversed, another male, or because reversals can show us other people cheating, that type of thing, or whatever this is for you. All right, we don't always have to read it as a male figure. I'm just saying but it feels like they've been pursuing somebody else. Okay, King of Coins reversed. whoever that person is. It feels like with the Six of Wands, they've been pursuing this person, and I feel that they've been holding on, they've been hiding information about this. But it's almost like some of you guys, the reason that you're unhappy with this King of Swords, it feels like, Scorpio, it's because you don't feel that you can challenge them on it, because the Seven of Wands means to challenge people. So you've got all your detractors here, but you can challenge them. In the reverse, you're being dragged into the mob. They're overcoming you, so you're being overwhelmed. And you may be feeling unhappy with this person because you're feeling a sense of overwhelming, because you're feeling that you can't speak your truth, because you're feeling that you're having to, every time you go and approach a subject with them, like, well, why didn't you pick up my call, or why didn't you do this, or, you know, why didn't we meet up, or whatever the case is, they give an excuse and you just have to, it's almost like you have to just put up with it, and it's making you really cross with the Five of Cups, really upset because you're not able to speak your truth. It's almost like this person shuts you down at every minute, at every point. And that's why you say, well, I'd be happier with this individual here. I could be happier with this person. So that's why you've got the Two Kings. Some of you guys are feeling kind of, you're taken care of maybe in the relationship, or you're personally secure, you know, with it on a material level within this relationship with this person, but you're not exactly getting what you want. And the universe is saying that you should turn, you know, the universe is saying to you, well, it's because you feel that you don't have a voice. I think that's what I'm trying to say. I think you're unhappy because you don't really feel that you've got a voice in that relationship. But with this person, you feel confident, Scorpio. But you're worried about who you should give to. Probably because you're financially secure within your relationship. But also, if you leave this relationship with this King of Swords here, you say, would I end up regretting it with the Five of Cups? But the universe said, I said, well, what should you do? And it says that, well, you should leave the King of Wands. The Queen of Swords and that Eight of Cups, they're both going to separate from that King of Swords energy showing here. Or should you speak to the King of Wands about the new path? I think you just need to go with whatever your intuition is, because the advice from these cards are listen to your intuition, and only then healing can begin. So I feel in a way, I don't know whether I should read that Queen of Wands, because the King of Wands, we had a King of Cups and a King of Swords, not a King of Wands. Now we know that this King of Swords is the King of Swords, because he's shown up twice through these cards. But it's saying, for me, the Queen of Swords tends to cut herself off, and she's kind of cutting off from that King of Wands here, and the Eight of Cups is corroborating that, and she's walking away wherever the Eight of Cups has got to. So it's almost like you should cut off from this person. Maybe you should be without, but the universe is saying, well, look, in the main, what we advise really is to listen to your intuition and healing will begin. So if you're unhappy in a relationship here, Scorpio, maybe you need to listen to your intuition about that relationship. And only then you can start feeling better once you've made a judgment about it. Okay? I'm going to ask what you should do. I'm going to ask more of I'm going to take up this Queen of Swords, King of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. I'm going to ask what you should do about this King of Cups. So that's what I'm going to ask. What should Scorpio do about this King of Cups then? What should Scorpio do about this King of Cups in 2 cards? Yeah, it's still saying it. You should separate. Cut yourself off from this person, I think, here. Okay. And the Six of Cups. I think that you should cut yourself off from getting too close. The Six of Cups means to get close to someone. So you need to cut away from getting too close. Why should they not get too close to this King of Cups then? Why shouldn't they get too close to this King of Cups in 2 cards? Because Temperance, it's going to take a while. Okay, Temperance. I think it's because there's something that you've got to heal within this relationship. That Ten of Cups is reversed. So Ten of Cups reversed means arguments and problems within a relationship. And the Temperance energy means to try and heal something. So I just feel that right now is not the time to get involved with someone else when you're having problems with another. I think that's what it's saying, because that Ten of Cups reverse is this relationship that you're in right now. But I think that with the Ten of Cups reverse, there's a lack of harmony, and there's a lack of happiness, and you need to, with the Temperance energy, try and rectify and heal that energy of that 10 reversed. All right, there are still things here that need to be rectified within this relationship with this other person before you can even think about doing anything with this other person here. All right, so there's a certain amount of healing that needs to take place within whatever this relationship is that you have with this person here. It's almost like the universe is saying that you can't jump into something else with someone else because of your unhappiness in another relationship. You've got to sort out whatever is going on in that relationship before you can get involved with anyone else, or else all you're simply doing is just jumping from one ship to the other. And the universe doesn't really want you to do that. It wants you to sort out whatever's going on here, and then maybe take a break, and then maybe look towards getting in a relationship. See, the universe often knows what our intentions are before we even know it, Scorpio. So it's just saying that maybe there's some self-healing that you need to do for yourself as well after whatever's gone down here happens. All right? Okay, my darlings, that is your reading for the week. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe. If you would like your own private reading, you know where to hit me up. Click on the comment section, link in the comment section below, and also in the end screen. All right, take care, guys. Love you. Bye.